Doing.
And we're live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to puppyinsanity.com. Welcome to Dylan Talks Tone. Welcome to the Q&A that we do every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That crazy scratching sound you hear is a puppy trying to get comfortable.
They can see him.
Oh, can they? Yeah. He's trying to fluff back there.
Fluff the fluffiest
He's trying
bed.
to fluff the fluffiest bed we have. Anyway, so that's what we're doing. Welcome to the Q&A. Good boy, bud. We've got a few questions today that came in from Patreon, and then we're going to talk about 2024, all the cool things, the coolest, dude, all the coolest stuff. Guitar YouTubes and otherwise YouTubes. So here's what I want to know. For Guitar Hour from 8 to 9, I would like to know what your favorite one of our videos is throughout the year. But also I want to know from other guitar YouTubers what your favorite video or something like that you saw on YouTube throughout the year. It could be somebody playing. It could be a how-to video. It could be a new product. Whatever, guitar related YouTube. But then also for the off topic hour, let's just feed the off topic hour a little bit. Off topic, not including guitar stuff. What other non-guitar related YouTube videos or otherwise online content, maybe you saw it on X, maybe you saw it on TikTok, were you super into that you ended up starting to follow and stuff this year, or you followed for many years and you really liked it? So maybe we'll stoke that conversation for a little while for when we're doing it a little bit. Yeah.
Supposed to be remembering something else.
No, I was listening for dog noises. As usual, all of our live streams are ad free. So if you would like to support our live stream, you can use a super chat, you can like it, you can share it, you can just watch it, because that doesn't cost you anything. Those things don't. We also have a bunch of links in the description, companies that support this channel via affiliate links and other sponsorships and such. So please check those out, shop with them. Even if you don't buy anything that we recommend, still click around and shop. They notice when you do that, even if you don't buy anything. So please do that. And then also go to DylanTalksTone.com and check out our stuff too. So there you go. You get him something familiar and smelly.
I don't know.
Who knows what he wants right now?
Mm-hmm.
He's like in a I don't know what I want toddler sort of situation. Yeah. So I guess we should just run through our Patreon questions real quick, and then we're going to get into this guitar YouTube video conversation.
Cool. All right. First up, Shane. Happy holidays, charitable Leslie and charismatic Dylan. Which 24 fret neck production method do you prefer? Extending the neck out like on a PRS, or pushing the neck pickup in to accommodate the extra frets like on an Ibanez?
I don't like to push the pickup. That's an easy answer for me. I don't like to do that. I don't like them to be closer together than they have to be. That really changes a guitar. It's one of the main reasons why an SG sounds different than a Les Paul is because of that. The distance between the pickups. And that's really a thing. Especially since I'm a neck pickup tone person, the more you move that toward the bridge, it just changes it. So yeah.
Oh, Shane again. A little while back, KDH went on a Gibson rant over their pricing for Black Friday. He said if Gibson could cut the price of their Kirk Hammett Special Edition V guitars by $4,000, then they were obviously overpriced to begin with. Would you agree with that assessment?
No. I would not agree with that. They are still on sale. I just checked. My guess would be that they just didn't sell as well as they anticipated them selling. And so this is an interesting thing. Okay, so the way, kind of the model that Gibson uses for marketing stuff is, do a super fancy custom shop, limited numbers, then do a production model, then do an Epiphone model. And they do that because it has to do with cost of R&D and blah, blah, blah. But basically spreading the cost out over various products to make sure that it all works. It's economics garbage. But chances are you will not see further models of that same guitar if they couldn't sell the custom shop ones in the volume that they thought. And that does not surprise me, considering it is a V, because the Les Paul did not have that problem. The Les Paul, they sold every one they could make. So I would assume that it's just because it's a V, more than anything else. It's not an overpriced thing. A custom shop guitar is a custom shop guitar. It's going to cost what it's going to cost, and if it's 15 grand, which seems to be, for the properly good custom shop stuff, 15 grand seems to be the number, even at Fender. So, from 12 to 15. So, yeah, I don't think it was overpriced. I just think they have some left. I don't think probably just wasn't the right model, which is fine. That brands do that. We've done that. We've come out with really cool stuff and nobody bought it. So it's like, well, I guess that's going on clearance. Just kind of happens.
Awesome. I did miss while we were doing those. A super chat from Jeffrey Egan. Thank you for the super chat, Jeffrey. He said, enjoying the week off for the holidays.
Oh, nice. Yeah, because he's been having to work evenings and hasn't been able to catch us. So when he's on with us live,
he's on.
He's on. Well, it's a rare thing. So nice. Thanks for being here, dude. Yeah, man.
All right. You want to hear, some folks have sent some stuff in, but
yeah, let's do it. And then we'll,
oh, I'm sorry. Do you want to do your stuff first or you want?
No,
okay.
Let's hear some.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm more interested in what they have.
Shane Walton said Jared Dine's Music Mansion was pretty cool.
Is he the guy with the guitar with all the tons of strings? Is that guy?
Jose Daniel Zamora P said, I personally have been enjoying all Rick Beato's interviews. Feels like a bunch of knowledge from the people they either made that great music or were in the production team.
I agree. Most of the time, I do not like Rick Beato's interview style because I think he talks too much. So
seems to be a common thing because isn't the Andertons people talk too much too?
If he would just let the people tell their story, which you have to kind of curate it some. All right, well, let's chase the loudest toy across the hard floor. That's a good idea. But I agree. I think some of those interviews are really, really, really good.
All right. Jason Gale said the times when you're with the Texas Toast guys, the final day videos were awesome to see students with their custom guitars.
You know, it's funny. I love collaborating with those guys, and most of the people that watch this channel hate that. And I'm like, they're my friends. It's awesome. We're going to keep doing it. Oh.
Maybe I picked the wrong
Maybe you
toy.
picked the wrong toy, or maybe he's just not done.
Jason Gale said favorite non-guitar video.
That's for after.
Oh, is that what it's for?
Yeah, I want to do the off-topic stuff during the off-topic hour.
I apparently didn't listen to that.
I'm sorry.
Jay Valente, a favorite guitar-related video, the reveal vid at TTG when I built my first guitar, the one I'm learning to play on.
Oh, man. Yeah, there's nothing like that. When you actually built the guitar, Um, so Jay, that brings up a good point. There are a lot of people, and I think people would be surprised to learn this, that there are a lot of people that don't play very much or at all who are very interested in how this stuff works. We see it a lot on this channel, and we see it a lot on Matt and Chris's channel too, and actually in person. I've been to classes out there in Colorado where there's been 6 guys there and only one of them actually knew how to play guitar. And they're there building a guitar and learning to wind pickups. I've taught people that don't even play guitar how to wind pickups. I just think that's so cool that people are curious enough about it that maybe they want to learn in the future like you. And you started with building a guitar. I think that's really cool.
Shane Walton said, yes, that is Jared Dines, the 18-string guitar.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Is it a car?
It's a washing machine.
Oh. I don't usually sit on this
The
side
washing
of the
machine
house.
just showed up. Pulled in the driveway.
That's weird.
The washing machine sounds like it pulled in the driveway.
Super chat from Doc Siltonen. Thank you for the super chat. Doc, he said, how can anybody not enjoy you hanging out and collaborating with your friends? I mean, come on, people. The community is the best.
Yeah, and it's the whole point, right? Super fun.
Maybe Doc's just saying that because he's the star in a lot of those videos.
I mean, he broke the internet last week or whenever that was.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, man.
That's funny. Thank you for that.
Doc, I have not forgotten about your etched base plates. I'm still waiting on them to come back into stock in any kind of volume. I got a shipment of them in yesterday, but it's like barely enough for what I need. I'm waiting for like an actual bulk shipment, and I'll be getting with you. He ordered some more custom Silton and guitar base plates for P90s, but we just didn't have enough.
Nice.
His eyes are closed.
Stan likes single coils, says hi from Belgrade, Serbia. It's 2 a.m. here. Can't sleep. Enjoying the guitar talk. Cheers.
Thank you so much, man. That's so cool. I don't know that I'm sure we've had people from your country watch before, but I'm not aware of anybody commenting during a live stream from there. So thank you.
Let's see. Oh, Jay Valente said Doc was actually there when I built mine. Bonus.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, I think it's neat when everybody gets to know each other, even like see each other in the community and then continue to grow that.
Yeah, I've had people actually say negative things about it's just the same people that know each other in the comment section every week. But what's really interesting about that is I personally know people who I didn't know who found this little thing we're doing and ended up meeting us in person, ended up building a guitar, ended up doing all the stuff. I'll tell you who one is. Chris Hendricks.
Yeah.
I actually met him in another Facebook group that I was involved in 5 or 6 or 7 years ago. Mm-hmm. And then things migrate around and cross promote and stuff via YouTube. And here we are, everybody's friends, and he knows all my friends and I know, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like it spreads, and that's just a really cool thing. So that's why I think this is so fun.
And we've met him.
Yeah. We went to lunch with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So no, it's super cool. I'll tell you what, let me give you a couple. So I'm going to give you over the next few minutes here, and we can talk about these. You can tell me if you agree or not. You did not like this video. You did not watch this video. You didn't care about this video.
Theirs, or you just
I'm going to throw this in, and hopefully it will sort of, I'm going to throw it in. We'll talk about some more. Hopefully it will kind of fuel some more conversation. So I'm going to give you the top 10, and I'll just tell you what it is, and then we'll keep talking. Number 10, the 10th most watched video in 2024 was the Positive Grid Spark 40 versus the Mini versus the Spark Go, which is interesting because that's not a new video. I made that video while we were living in the apartment still, And I started shooting it when we were in Myrtle Beach on vacation because I had the little amp with me. So that's an old video. But I think probably because the Spark 2 came out this year,
People are searching
it again. Yeah. So, okay, let's keep going on some of yours, and I'll keep throwing them in.
All right. Let's see. Matthew Altamere says, I've been into the JHS pedal building videos as of late.
Oh, wow. Man, he does an amazing job with his channel. Amazing job.
I actually got an ad.
For JHS?
What's the dude's name?
Josh Smith. Or Josh.
Maybe I'm lying.
Yeah, anyway.
Now I can't remember his name. Anyway, I got like a sponsored ad, and it was a pedal person we've met.
Robert?
No, not him. I know him. Anyway, I don't know now. I thought it was the JHS guy.
Interesting.
But I don't remember his name now. What's another pedal person that we've met?
Oh, man, we met a bunch. So, yeah,
Okay.
I don't know.
All right, never mind. Evstathio says 5-Watt World recently released the planning ahead for playing a polite shove. That was very interesting.
I like 5-Watt World's content. His level of production is so good. He just did the history because he does like the history of various models and various stuff. And he just did a history of Squire, and I wanted to watch that. I was going to watch that last night, and I fell asleep because I was laying in bed when I saw it. But that's really, really cool. I really like his content. He's very, very good. Now, mind you, I don't watch a bunch of guitar content, but there are a few, and I try to catch them here and there. Number 9, do cheap pots and caps and switches ruin your tone? Which is an interesting one. 30,000 people watched that video this year. Well, 29,400. Pots and caps, man. People like talking about pots and caps. It's like one of the highest. Yeah, it's one of the most popular videos of all time. Well, this year.
All right. You want?
Yeah, keep going.
Evstathio says, out of your videos, the buyer's remorse live that kind of turned into seller's remorse was probably my favorite.
Really? Oh, that's really cool to hear you say that. I honestly don't remember anything about it. I don't. But what makes me happy about that is I really love, that was a live stream. So that was probably a podcast on Tuesday.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
I really like doing those because I like just talking with y'all and encouraging thought and getting ideas from you. And I don't know, I just think it's so fun to do. It's so fun to do. Number 8 is how to troubleshoot guitar wiring, which is pretty interesting because sounds
so generic.
Yeah, I know. That's a video from when we were in the motorhome. Actually. So that was an old one too, but it made the top 10 of 2024, which is pretty wild.
Phil Grochel says, I guess if I'm honest, I am one of those people who are interested in how all this guitar stuff works, but I don't really play. I have some guitars, but I am more fascinated with the specs.
You know, I really respect that because I have some hobbies and stuff, some of my other hobbies that, like, I don't. So even like the pocket knife thing, I open Amazon boxes with them 90% of the time, right? And I have some really neat pocket knives, and I love the metallurgy, and I love the manufacturing and how it's made and the story behind the company, the guy, the ex-Navy SEAL, whoever that made it. I'm not all full tactical. I don't care about any of that crap, but I just love it because it's neat. And I'm glad that you said that because I want people in the guitar world to allow people like you to exist and enjoy. Because I think that we get so stuck on, well, you're not good enough to deserve that PRS or whatever. Maybe you just think it's cool and you want to just have it because it's cool, you know? Like, I think about that. I have a pistol. I think it's cool. That's why I have it. I have a couple of knives that I don't use. I mean, I have stuff over there that it's just really neat how it was made or the story. Like, that's cool. So more people need to not only, I don't want to say admit, because that sounds like a negative connotation. I mean, speak out, I guess, and say, hey, yeah, I just like it because it's cool. I don't play that good, but I think it's awesome. I don't play that good, and I make a living at it. So I think that's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, man.
Am I going again?
Yeah, do it.
Really? Evstathio says, and of course, all the new Hello Kitty guitar videos that make me bang my head against the wall for not having gotten one.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a pretty quick flash in the pan kind of thing, but I'm glad I got one. 10, 9, 8, 7. 10, 9, 8, 7. Should you adjust your humbucker screws? That's an old video, actually. Oh, wait. Oh, no. That's not an old video. I did that before, and then we did it again. Yeah, we did it again very recently, and that one's done really well.
Awesome. This is off topic. Dastardly Dave said, I've been enjoying Drumeo videos.
Us too. We actually, the other day, it was kind of sad. I was almost sort of depressed watching the Phil Collins one.
Is that what that is? I don't.
Yeah, it's the Drumeo.
I didn't know. I was like, I don't know what that is. And
yeah. And then the other ones we've watched is like when Mike Portnoy is like, we're going to teach you how to, here, you have to figure out how to play this Tool song.
Okay.
And Mike Portnoy is like,
this is
the best.
Yeah,
he's like the best drummer in the world, in my opinion. He's my favorite drummer ever. And he's like, this is really hard. I can't do this. And it took him like 4 hours. Yeah. He was trying
I didn't know that's what
the 25 or 64, maybe. I
love that he talked out loud. I don't even know what any of that meant, but I love to hear
him think out loud. Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's how I teach best, is like, tell me what you're thinking so I can like get you on the right path.
And he was trying to chart it, and he was like, I can't even chart this. I don't get how you would go from here to here. And like, not 25 or 64. That's a Chicago song. What's it called? What's that stupid Tool song that is like that? Anyway, you know what I'm talking about.
Wow.
I'm not a big Tool fan, but that was really, really neat.
But he listens to Tool.
Well, it's funny because it made me listen to Tool for a while, because I was like, wait a minute, maybe this is much more complicated and cool and neat than which I always knew it is. I used to be super into Tool because I played in a prog rock band, but I kind of got tired of like that super confusing music where it's like, this is more technical to play than fun, basically, is why I quit that band and played punk instead. Let's see. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Maybe I'm not counting backwards correctly.
I don't know what you're doing.
I don't either. How to polish frets on your guitar the right way with a lizard spit polishing kit. We brought lizard spit back this year, which is pretty cool. And it's been selling really well. And also that video is very popular. And that's an old video. We did that in our old house. So I think that's like probably almost I think that's the second or third most popular video on our entire channel ever. It is the first popular video. How to polish frets on your guitar the right way is the most popular video on the channel ever over 11 years. Actually. Episode 10 is down to number 3, by the way, hon.
So we have somebody said 46 and 2.
Yeah, 46 and 2. That's
42 and 6. And then somebody else said 46 and 2.
It's 46 and 2. Yeah. Yeah. 25 or 64. That's a Chicago song, right?
46 and 2. Doc Silton said Portnoy learned Pneuma. Was that the song?
Oh, maybe it was. Yeah, maybe it was that. Yeah, I got the wrong song. But yes. Yeah, that's right.
All right.
Anyway, those videos are awesome.
Doc Siltonen said, I'm pretty biased. Any video that features one of my guitars is tops for me. Predictable, I know.
Yeah, but the thing is you're starting to get more and more people, not just me, with those videos, which is even cooler. Because he's been sending me, check it out, this dude on Instagram, making a video with one of my guitars, etc. And let me tell you, the satisfaction of knowing that you make an instrument or, in my case, pickups, or we've done it with guitars too, that makes somebody smile. And like when you see them connect with, that E chord in front of a stack of Marshalls or whatever, that is the thing. And it's hard to explain because it's not an ego chasing thing. It's literally not to get all super weird, but it's like, there's more happiness in giving than there is in receiving kind of thing. So when you see somebody like really smile and really enjoy something you made, that's really, really cool. So Don's starting to feel that, which is pretty neato.
Is it my turn?
Mm-hmm.
So one little quick one. Matthew Altamir said, that's basically how I found your channel, trying to troubleshoot crap.
Oh, really? Right on.
Jose Daniel Zamora P said, I enjoyed your comparison video between the Gibson and Epiphone. It kind of converted me from a Jaga guy to a I want the thing, not the copy guy.
Wow. So that's really interesting. If you go and look on that video, I constantly have to field comments on that video. So anytime anybody comments on a video, it could be 10 years old. It pops up to the top of my, like, somebody commented on this video feed. And that's one of the highest, like, every day somebody's commenting on that video. And sometimes maybe you can tell maybe somebody shared it on Reddit or something, because then a whole bunch of people will comment on it. And the most hateful people comment on that video like I am lying to the world and I am in bed with Gibson. And today it was like, you need to do your research. You don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, the guy that buys the wood told me himself. Like, so it's not worth arguing about, but you're like, wow, I don't understand. I just don't understand the desire to, like, not accept the fact that Gibsons and Epiphones are not the same. It's so weird.
Like they want them to be?
What happens is, because they want their Epiphone to be just as good as a Gibson. And it's just not. They're not the same guitar. Oh. And so...
Why didn't they buy a Gibson then?
Because they... I don't know. I have a whole thing on that. Because I am turning... So, off-topic hour, but... I got a Mont Blanc 149, and I made a video about a Mont Blanc 149, and I'm getting the same crap for that. It's like, if you say, I have a nice thing, there will be a contingency in the world. It does not matter what the thing is, that if you have a nice thing that they don't have, they're going to figure out a way to speak negatively about it. It's like, it's weird. It's so weird. And I'm like, but I like my Lamy Safari too. I like my $30 fountain pen just as much as, that one. I like my Schecter just as much as I like my Les Paul. I have a Made in Mexico Strat that I like just as much as my custom shop. Like, it's not, there's, you know what I mean? There's no reason to think like that. But, it's just an uphill battle that you're always trying to encourage people to think more positively about. It's a really, really wild one. Yeah. What else you got over there?
I don't know. I feel like it should be your turn, but I'll go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoops. Where does the tone come from in an electric guitar? The reaction video to Jim Lil's video.
What?
You know, I did that Jim Lil reaction video, and a lot of people still watch that video because it's about Tonewood and because people think that I'm taking a side on it when in actuality, I'm just like really commending a guy for putting in the work, you know, because truthfully, it's something that's nobody's ever really been able to measure. It's not a measurable thing. As soon as somebody can actually measure it, somebody will measure it, but nobody's taken the time or put forth the budget or the effort or whatever to do it. And he really, I mean, it's bro science, admittedly, but I think he did a really good job of it. I think it's something that he really put a lot of effort into, and I thought it was great. In fact, I got permission from him to make my video before I did it. I actually contacted him. I'm like, dude, this is incredible. Can I do a reaction video, you know, about it? And he's like, yeah, do it. So yeah, super cool. Yeah, super cool.
All right.
Whoops. I think I just hit the...
I hope you did. Either that or the chair's dying.
No, I did it. I think I did it.
Dr. Tim said he's learned so much from your wiring videos.
Thank you.
F. Stathio says, following on the Drumio's direction, Scott's bass lessons video, pro bassist hears the Smashing Pumpkins for the first time, was very entertaining. They do make videos like that every now and then.
I do like those first time videos. I'm always curious about the actual sincerity of the first time videos because it's like, dude, there's no way you've not heard Enter Sandman. Come on, man.
Yeah, they do. That was a big thing on TikTok for a while. But also, I mean, I don't know about the sincerity either. I think the same thing. But just because I'm familiar with it doesn't mean somebody else is familiar with it. And also, I mean, if you challenged me to listen to something I knew, but with a specific reason or listening for something specific, you would listen to it different and you could react differently.
No, I feel that because it's exactly what we were talking about with that Tool song. I'm like, wow, I did not know all that was in there. I mean, I've listened to that enough times to be sick of it and still didn't hear everything that he was hearing when he slowed down and listened to it. So, and he didn't either.
Well, he didn't. Did he have to slow it down?
No, but he had to listen to it for 4 hours.
Yeah, but he hears things that.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. Anyway. He's listened to that song on the radio many times. He's probably sat backstage at those shows and seen him play it in person, and you know, like all that, and still couldn't think of it the right way, or you know, deeply enough.
Dom D said another great one is Pianote. They had Jordan Rudess on. He's a ridiculous keyboard player.
What was I don't remember. Thank you for that contribution because you just made me think of something else. I don't remember the name of the video or the name of the series. I'd have to go back and find it. Where that jazz band.
Oh, that was so cool.
It was amazing. Where this jazz band that plays together all the time hears a song, like a Nirvana song, and they're like, okay, you have 30 minutes to listen to this song, write an arrangement, and play it in your style.
And it wasn't even, like they did different varieties. They were like, well, if we played it like this, and they played it, and then they were like, but what if we did this? And they had like a whole nother version. And I'm like, and then they meshed them together and transitioned, and I was like, this is wild.
Yeah. Well, if we play it in like a Duke Ellington style, it'll do this. Okay, well, wait a minute. What if we do it in a swing style? We'll do it like this. Okay, what if we, and they're like, okay, so if we do it in a swing style, we'll do it like this. And he goes, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And like literally they just start playing it. It's nuts how good they were. Like it was so cool. And then they're like, okay, so now let's do it in this other style. 2, 3, 4. And they just start. Like, never played it before.
Yeah. but they
some
just
of them didn't know the
communicate.
song genuinely. Some of them did.
Yeah.
The bass player knew the Nirvana song, but some of the other folks didn't.
Well, he brought it up. I think it was
Mhm.
like somebody picked a song, and so I think it must be something he liked, and he picked it, and everybody was like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
Because it was not a super popular song. I don't
No.
remember what it was now.
And they knew who the band was. They'd heard.
Oh, the guy had to guess too.
Yeah.
Remember the drummer like the main dude? Yeah.
Yeah. What a neat concept for a video. Like super cool. And these guys were wicked talented.
Mm-hmm.
Wicked talented. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the year. 5 reasons to change your pots. Here we go. Back to pots again. Talking about pots.
Always. Jose Daniel Zamora P said Vertex Effects has been making great interviews as well. I really enjoyed the Corey Wong one and the Sean Hurley one.
I want to do more interviews on Tuesday. I just haven't. It hasn't materialized.
Phil Grochel said, I think the video that made me a sub was the one that explained the difference between single coils, P90s, and humbuckers from a few years ago.
So we did a whole series of those. Thanks for that, because that was a lot of work. So we did a whole series of those where we went through each of the types of pickups and kind of broke them down. I should do that again with maybe a little different style. Now that I have... that was back in the day when that was before we bought the motorhome. We were living in this spare bedroom over here when my in-laws owned this house. So I didn't have a setup. I didn't have any kind of so that was back in the day when I'm sitting on the back porch with a camera making videos. Like I didn't really have, but now we could, demo various things and take stuff apart and show you all kind of stuff. Cause I couldn't really do it at that point. So yeah, that'd be cool.
Hawkman Hawk says, I really like the DTT video where you used heat and cold to mess up your finish.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I love that guitar still.
Stan Likes Single Coils said, I really enjoyed the last video where you made the connection between the guitar setup and intonation. That was useful knowledge sharing. You made a good point.
Thanks, man.
So a lot of these are comments. So if you want to go on and see if anything else came in.
Yeah. And also, if y'all have any guitar questions, I know we're just talking randomly tonight, but if you have any guitar questions that you want to ask, you can throw them in there as well. So number 3, we were just talking about this, is the Epiphone Les Paul versus the Gibson Les Paul. What's the real difference video? And that video, that's number 3 on the year. That's the 3rd most popular video in the entire world. In my world, anyway.
The entire
in 2024. World. So just to show you, that's what the most popular. And we got a lot of subscribers from that video, which is really interesting. And people watch it mostly all the way through too. Yeah, really cool. Number 2 on the year. Here's something crazy. So we're in the top 3 videos on our channel this year. Number 2 on the year and number 3 on the year. Number 3 is the Epiphone versus Gibson video. And number 2 has twice as many views as number 3. So it incrementally goes up a few thousand views per video at a time. And then when we get to number 2, it doubles what number 3 was, which is bonkers. 250K pots versus 500K pots. Always. I don't know why. that is like not the number one, obviously, because we have one after that, but the number 2. It's crazy. And all time on our channel in 11 years, 250K pots versus 500K pots is number 3 of all time. And number 2 is 5 reasons to change your pots. So people really want to know about pots. It's crazy. It's a really interesting thing. And I've done that video a few different ways over time. But the first time I did it, episode 10, it's literally the 10th video I ever made, is still the most popular one. Yeah, it's crazy.
All right. You haven't done number 1 yet, right?
I've not done number 1.
All right. I mean, we're going to have to, I don't know, speed it up because I have a backlog of things.
Okay, go ahead.
I mean, I'm trying to stay on topic and then we can go back and do the other stuff. But,
Okay, cool.
I don't know if Steve Cassidy Guitar says, will be hard for 2024 to beat last year's JHS Pedals on Ice video. YouTube perfection.
Oh, yeah. No, that's true.
You want me to do another one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Evstathio says, another great one would be Emily Hopkins' video. Emily Hopkins and Goth Egg present the Emmas 2024. I am amazed how much effort some creators go into creating videos. And there's been a lot of people who are like, yeah, Emily, her channel is really good.
It is really good.
Cool.
Yep. I love putting that amount of, we've done some videos where we put a lot of production value into it. And I really love that. But I just don't have time anymore because of the business, you know, we're making pickups. And so I think what I'm trying to do is just lately is kind of take you to work with me more, you know, like that laser video. We did a video last week where we like this is what these are the pickup covers and the flat work and stuff that we're making for pickups this week. Like, you know, if I could make my channel the guitar version of Cletus McFarland, I would absolutely love it, but it just doesn't fly with our viewers. They hate it. You know, just to take you to work every day and just be like, this is what we're doing. We have this guitar apart. We have these pickups apart. This is what I'm making today. We're winding these. This is what we're soldering. But when I make those videos, nobody watches them. So it really kind of sucks because that's really fun, actually. And it's lower production value. You know, you watch Cletus McFarland, they're just walking around with an iPhone. But so what I think we've done is try to strike a good balance between taking you to work with me, but also really good production value. We still have really good lighting. We have really good cameras. We have really good, and I've figured out a way to do that quickly. But yeah, it would be really cool to make like full on cinematic things. We've talked in the past about doing like quarterly, like films, like do like, every quarter, do like a 20-minute feature film that's fully produced. But even then, I'm just like, oh my God, how do I have the time to do it? So, because it's hours and hours. I mean, when you think about something like that, you're looking at a couple hours a minute for editing. So it's a lot of work. It's fun though. I love it. Let me do number 1.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, and then we'll run through them. Number 1, most popular video on the channel this year is stop adjusting the action on your guitar.
Interesting.
Yeah, because people, it's the, you know, it's the measurement that everybody just jumps to, is the truss rod. Everybody just jumps to the truss rod when actually that's kind of the last thing. It's the first thing you should adjust when you do a setup, but it's oftentimes you don't have to do it as much as you think, you know. Yeah, super interesting that would be 100,000 views just on that thing. So anyway, yeah. So anyway, thank you everybody for watching my channel this year. It's been fun. It's been really fun. All right, let's go with your stuff because
yeah, a little backed up.
Yeah,
the comments just keep rolling.
I love it. That's great. Thank you, everybody.
Let me just make sure I'm caught up before. All right. I'm going to go back to the top, which probably means I'm going back in time. But so we have some off-topic things I'm going to. All right. Graham Campbell. Oh, no. There's one before that. Steve Rezer. Dylan, do you have your store connected to Instagram? I posted a pic, but your store didn't pop up for product.
It is, but it's clunky, and I'm working on that actually right now. That was bugging me the other day.
Graham Campbell, hi Dylan and Leslie. One of the mounting holes in the base of the bridge pickup of my GNL has somehow increased slightly and won't hold now. Is there a good fix, or will I need to replace it?
No, you can try a different screw and kind of like re-tap it through, but that's iffy.
That one's off topic. Jason Gale says, how do I buy a new soldering setup via Dylan Talks Tone?
Link in the description to our Amazon store. We should have all that stuff there.
And while we're on Jason Gale, he said, I sent you pics of the guitar my friend built. And then he said the P90 doesn't fit my Junior. He sent you an email.
Oh, okay.
Shane Walton, best DTT video was making the Hello Kitty guitar amazing, followed by 5 guitar mods you don't need. Best thumbnail was laser engraved guitar bodies.
Oh, wow. Thanks,
that's
man.
Very specific.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Nobody
watched that video, so thanks, man.
Dastardly Dave said, I bought a Stilton guitar. Love playing it.
Oh, dude, Dave, that's so cool, man.
Dr. Tim said he's a huge Dream Theater fan. And Dom D said, me too. I've seen them a ridiculous number of times live, like over 24 shows.
Yeah, they are awesome.
It's Victoria G said, in a guitar shit posting group, someone said Frusciante is better than Hendrix, and he's also still alive. So I said, at least Hendrix still had his teeth at 27.
Oh, wow.
Is that how you say his name? It looks like very much like I don't know how to say that. No, nothing.
John Frusciante?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's how you say it.
That's what it looks like. That's what I assume it said. It's Victoria G again. I respect Gibson, but I'm not a Gibson person. I like that video where you said not everyone is a Gibson person. Hashtag wait weenie. That's what she said.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. Yeah.
F. Stathio says, I think it is weird that people are upset about not appreciating the thing everyone is trying to copy. The Toyota Camry comes to mind when a bit ago all car ads were trying to compare to it.
Yeah.
Dom D said, I know this will sound snooty, but people leave negative comments on high dollar items because they can't afford them. I was like that when I was younger and learned that you attract what you put out.
Yep.
Jose Daniel Zamora P said, my girlfriend told me yesterday, why haven't I gotten a brand new Gibson yet? I have a used V. And I had to think about it for a while. Still figuring out which one I wanted, I told her.
Why haven't you got your new Gibson yet?
Why haven't you? Let's see. Edgar.
Oh, real quick.
Cesario.
I have to say, thank you, Jose Daniel Zamora P. For everybody else doesn't know, but he sent us coffee from Guatemala, and we've been drinking it all week. So coffee is like one of the most appreciated gifts around here. Scott Harrington, what's his last name? Sent us a pound of coffee from Hawaii a couple weeks ago. We've actually, for the last 2 weeks, we've been going on gift coffee has been in our grinder from you all. So thank you very much. That's like one of the most, we love that. So I just want to say thanks.
Edgar Cesario says, Dylan, not really a question for you, but for those just as good as guys. Growing up, did you want Nikes or Adidas, but the knockoffs were just as good? I'm a runner as a hobby and want the Nikes.
Dude, I remember being a kid. This was maybe this is why I'm like this. Okay. When I was a kid, we did not have money as a kid when I was a kid. And my parents had to buy, there was 4 of us, and we had to buy shoes at Payless. Mm-hmm. And we had to have everybody else had Nikes, like Air Force Ones were like, just came out when I was a kid, right? So you had like the fancy Flyers or whatever they were called at Payless, like the knockoff version of them, and they sucked. And everybody knew it. And when you wore them to school or whatever, everybody knew it. Well, my dad, and I remember this because like Air Force Ones when I was a kid were only like $45. Like they weren't $200, right?
Yeah, but they was still a lot.
It was still a lot of money.
Yeah.
And Payless shoes were like $15.
Yeah.
So my dad told me, this is how we grew up. My dad told me, look, you can buy whatever shoes you want. I'll give you the money for the Payless ones because that's all I can afford. If you go and work for, mow lawns, shovel driveways, whatever time of year it was, for the extra $15, $20, $30 that you needed to buy the Air Force Ones, then you can buy Jordans. You can wear Jordans, but I can only give you what I can give you. So that's how we grew up. That's how I got my bicycle. That's how I got my nicer shoes. But I also knew that Payless knockoff Air Force Ones were not real and they sucked. And I think that I've always been like that. And so I think ever since I was a kid, it's been like, I will have that one day. Like, maybe not right now. Like, it took me a long time to get a D28 or whatever, or a custom shop Gibson, but I will have it one day. But I do know the difference. I do know the difference. That's probably why. It goes back to childhood trauma, I suppose.
It always does. I'm assuming this is a video that this person watched. Guitar Doc 71 D. Kakora Jr. said, October 1st, 2 guys sit down and record a whole record and write the record in like one day, like 10 hours. It is so much fun to watch them build an album in that short a time.
We watched Yvette, whatever her name is, do the same thing, like write a song. She had to pull pieces of paper out of a cup and come up with a concept and then come up with a guitar tone that encapsulated the concept and a melody and a sound and everything. And it took her like 30 minutes. And that was a really neat concept too. Like, yeah.
Dog Dr. Tim said the acoustic in the pool was almost as good as the fence postcaster.
The fence postcaster will never be. That's probably my crowning, that's my Squid Games, like if I'm Mr. Beast, that's I'm proud of that. But the pool was good too.
John on 16 can't play any righty. Thank you for the super chat, John. He says, hi folks, just enjoying the show. Merry Christmas.
Thanks, John.
All right.
I do have an idea for another one of those dumb videos though. Because the other one we did was we relicked a guitar by dragging it around behind a truck. So I have another one like that I need to shoot.
I got an email from Amazon today. To have like a thing in our store of our best-selling items of 2024, by the way.
Okay.
It was solder,
the
little solder cleaner,
the little spongy thing,
and the soldering station, and then Toyota truck steps.
Yeah. Isn't that weird? One of the most, so on the Off Topic channel, well, in the Off Topic hour, we should look at the Off Topic channel.
Okay.
And see what the best performing videos. I already know what it is, but I'm pretty sure.
But that was Amazon, so.
But that was Amazon.
Kind of related.
Yeah. Yeah.
Joe Coach says, hey.
Oh, crap. Dog Dr. Tim just texted me. He asked me a question via text message today, and I forgot it.
Good for holding him accountable, Tim.
Did you note that my last text was a question for tonight? He just texted me just now. Sorry, dude. I did know, and I forgot. Question for tonight. Will a pick guard for an SG Junior cover the neck pickup pocket? And is there any advantage to having the bridge being a single pickup? First, I don't think it will. I don't think it'll cover it because the top curves. And is there any advantage to having the bridge being the single pickup? I have an SG that I'd like to do with a single P90. Do you know anybody that makes a really good P90? Yeah, I know somebody who makes really good P90s. Yes, and also that are going to cost $10 more in 2025, probably.
What are
P90s?
Oh,
and I like them in the bridge better than in the neck. I have my Texas Toast Icon that has a guitar with a pickup in the neck. It's super fun and I absolutely love it and I would not be without it, but it's very specific. And so if I was going to do an SG kit, I would put it in the bridge. Okay. And sorry for forgetting about you.
he just gets distracted. All right. Joe Coach. Hey, Dylan and Leslie. I liked your purple PRS SE Silver Sky video about fret neck issues. I wish I would have seen it before I bought mine. I got to be disappointed firsthand.
Oh, yeah. They weren't very good, were they?
It's Victoria G. I think the 250K versus 500K pots was one of the first videos I watched according to my YouTube history. But my earliest memory of you is sitting outside of your RV talking about your SG Junior.
So that had to be 2019, 2020, because that's when I bought that.
Jeffrey Egan said, I wonder how a 250 versus 500K pots would do compared to a cast iron versus copper bottom pots.
Oh my gosh.
It's pretty funny. Yeah. F. Stathio says, I think those slice of life videos might be best suited for posting on Patreon.
So, okay, that's a great point because I did ask the other day. I was like, what could we do to make Patreon more valuable? And that might be it. We might do like the Cletus McFarlane kind of videos just for Patreon. And for YouTube members, because I've been trying to figure out how to bring more value to that. And maybe we will do that.
That would be easy.
It would be easy.
Stan likes single coils. Can you elaborate on versatility of a single pickup guitar? I'm becoming single pickup curious because of you.
So, okay. I don't necessarily know that it's a versatility thing. Let me address the versatility thing first, because it's a different thing than why I think you should do it. It's not the same reason. The versatility thing simply is that it's much more versatile than you think it is. People think that because there's no neck pickup, that this guitar is going to be very one-dimensional because there's one pickup, and it's just not true. The reason you need to have a one pickup guitar in your arsenal with a volume and a tone knob is because when we start to talk about all these other things that we've talked about, pot value, cap value, pot taper, all the sciencey stuff that we talk about on this channel, really gets distilled and put into practice with a single pickup guitar, because you are forced to then understand your pot taper, to understand the interaction between the output of the pickup, what happens with the frequency response as the volume comes down because it's a voltage divider and it starts to kill some frequencies, but then the pickup gets a little sweeter. And then as you turn the volume down to 8 or 7 or 6, then the pickup, if the pickup's good, if you have one of my P90s, then it starts to clean up, and then you can use the tone knob to do all these various things, and the guitar becomes versatile as you learn how to use the controls on your guitar. If you're a leave everything on 10 guy all the time, I think you're really missing a lot of potential in guitar playing in general, period. And B, if you have a single pickup guitar, it really teaches you those elements more because you're forced to do it. So like if you have and this is why this is my favorite rig. Princeton, single pickup P90 guitar with a volume and tone. Because you set the amp at the edge of breakup and then you turn the volume up to 10 and turn it back down. So like a Princeton, put all the knobs on 7. Basically. And then just play and no pedals and just you accept the reverb like 3.5. And then, you know, and just play and you learn the guitar, and it will teach you how a voltage divider works, what pot taper means, what is linear versus audio. Like you'll start to really feel and hear those differences, and they will not be specs anymore, but they will actually be put into practical use. This is where you take the practical sciencey stuff and the spec sheet that you read on Sweetwater before you order the guitar, and you actually put it into practice. I think a single pickup Junior or an Esquire really does that. It's really, really valuable. And so that's why I preach it so much.
All right. We have like 4 more, but we're already after 9. So we're going to run through them.
Yep. Lightning round.
3J Music. Not sure about my favorite, but the most useful video was the push-pull pot because you explained it so well. I went back to it a few times working on other people's guitars.
Those are hard to, a lot of prongs.
Shane Walton said, I'm tired of all the Reverb best-selling guitar gear videos. How accurate is a list put out by a used guitar website, really?
I mean, their metrics are really good. They have really good software and stuff built in for that. The only thing is, depending on how you search for the answer to that question, you can kind of change the answer a little.
Phil Grochel says, I think the best thing about this channel is how you explain things in plain English. That makes sense. That keeps me watching.
Thanks, Phil.
Last one. Jose Daniel Zamora P said, I don't remember the first DTT video I saw. Earliest memory is the one visiting Casino Guitars, but I always find myself watching earlier and earlier videos like my comfort TV.
That's funny. Ugh, that's scary, but thank you.
It's not scary.
I do the same thing though. I do the same thing with the channels that I like. I actually called Baxter the other day and he never called me back. I need to call him again. I'm hoping
Probably busy.
I'm hoping to see him next month when we're in California.
Oh, is he supposed to go?
Well, I'm certain that he's gonna go because it's NAMM and because Carlos, you know, he's a Castadosa dealer, so and Carlos is putting that deal on.
All right, after hours.
After hours. So this is off topic hour.
Off topic. After hours sounds creepy.
It does sound creepy. This is off topic hour. For those of you that are new to the channel, we go off topic after 9 o'clock. If you have a guitar question after 9 o'clock, it has to be in a super chat. If it is not in a super chat and it's about guitars, we're going to skip it till next week. So.
No, we're not going to skip it till next week. You have to come back.
That's what I meant. That's,
I'm not going to remember it.
Yeah, exactly. We do this because we just want to hang out. We want to get to know you and just be friends. And I think it's really important for the community and it's really fun and it's one of our favorite times of the YouTube week. So I figured we might as well we don't have to go through all the top 10 because
let's just do like top 3 or 4 or something. Like,
all right, well, let me just do top 5. 1, 2, and I'll just rip through them instead of doing them all. 1, 2, 3, 4,
this is
5.
Kind of impromptu, right?
Yeah. So we have another channel that we're really hoping that people will start to follow. We hit 4,000 subscribers on it this week, which is pretty cool. It's called youtube.com/Dylan and Leslie. It's our off-topic channel. It's all the other things in our life that we hang out and do and etc. So number 5, 10 must-have accessories for your Thor Tolero Class B van, which we probably should redo that video because we have a bunch of new stuff. Really? Well, yeah, like the satellite dish and stuff. We have a whole bunch of different stuff.
I think the basics are still the basics, though.
Yeah, but not that we don't have the window. I don't think the window rolly epi thing is in there. I think this is before all that.
Oh, those are good.
Yeah, so I think there's a few things. Number 4, Visconti Homo sapiens problems. Don't make this mistake, because my Visconti Homo sapiens had some problems when I got it. My fountain pen. Top 5 fountain pens of 2024 so far. And that video just came out. Oh, no. That's like 6 months old, because I did that like halfway through the year. Safety Plus steering stabilizer installation and road test is number 2 of all time, or of 2024.
Oh, when you recorded them I was like, we didn't install
When
that.
I recorded them doing it at the Safety Plus place.
I do remember that.
Yeah. And I knew that the number 1 video for...
I should have recorded my perspective, because I was in the motorhome when they did that.
Yeah.
And it was
kind of scary. The number 1 video on the channel, I knew this was going to be it, because it has 58,000 views, and I only did this a few weeks ago, or a couple months ago.
58,000?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is the the Lamy 2000 is a pen everyone needs.
Wow.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy?
What about all time?
All time? Let's look at lifetime. I'll give you the top 3.
Of all time.
Huh? Top 3 of all time. 5 favorite Toyota Tundra accessories with the step bars in it. That's where the Amazon thing comes from. 5 reasons to not buy a Toyota Tundra.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody hated me for that video, because for various reasons. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. Watch the video. Number 1 of all time on on this channel. Why use an Instant Pot instead of a crock pot?
Really? That video was terrible.
110,000 views.
Oh my gosh.
But what's
That's
crazy is the Lamy Safari
Do we have links
video
on there? How come people aren't buying Instant Pots and crock pots?
I don't know. The Lamy, we should go fix that. The Lamy 2000 video, which only came out a few months ago, has 58,000 views. And here's what's crazy is we're already on the Mont Blanc 149, the Hype is Real video that just came out 3 days ago, has 2,000 views already.
It's so weird.
Yeah. The fountain pen thing's weird, man. It's weird because there's a few pens that get tons and tons of attention. But I just did a video that is about cheap pens. Nobody watched it. So it's weird, because not to get back onto the guitar stuff, but it's kind of weird. Like, why aren't people in the guitar world curious about cool things? It's like, if you make a video about this is 17 million reasons to buy a Harley Benton, you'll probably get 1 million views and get a ton of affiliate dollars. And if you talk about a custom shop Gibson, people would be like, that's too expensive, I can't afford it. And nobody will watch it.
Even though they were apparently searching for it, or they wouldn't see it.
I know. It's weird. It's weird. And then the opposite happens with pocket knives. Like, if I talk about this Spartan Harsey folder, this is not a cheap knife. This will get tons of exposure. If I talk about a buck 110, nobody will watch it.
Probably because everybody's got one in their pocket.
Yeah, maybe so. It's a weird deal. It's an interesting thing to try to figure out.
Super chat from Kyle Ketchamonia. Thank you for the super chat, Kyle. He said, my mom bought me Beach Boys tickets for Christmas.
What? As in, they're still alive?
Aw.
I'm just kidding. I saw them once. I saw the Beach Boys and ZZ Top.
That's probably pretty good. At the time, especially, probably.
Yep. Actually, it was Beach Boys, Jeff Beck, and ZZ Top.
Wow.
Yeah, I went with Matthew, the guy that used to play with Travis. Remember, we went to Atlanta.
Yes. I didn't know Beach Boys was there.
Yeah.
I knew about ZZ Top and Jeff Beck. Because he went for Jeff Beck.
He went for Jeff Beck. I went for ZZ Top. But the Beach Boys were like the openers.
Wow.
It was weird.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That was
was a
like at that
long
little
time
park
ago.
in Atlanta, right? Like in the middle of a neighborhood.
It starts with a CH.
Chastain.
Chastain Park.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right. Yep.
All right.
Chastain.
What?
Nothing.
Wow. No comment. All right. We have one that came in early. Charles Wallace. Good evening, Leslie and Dylan. Thanks for sharing your evening with us. Looking forward to next year. Yeah. Be interesting to know how next year goes. Is he snoring?
He's snoring
so creepy.
/ dreaming / like REM eyes going back and forth. Creepiness, like halfway open eyes, sleeping.
Thank you, Charles.
Barking in his sleep.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right. Jason Gale said favorite non-guitar video is any non-AI, non-drone UFO related videos.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I wonder if Jason is still here. So not promoting anything.
Yeah, you are.
But the Enigma app is addicting. But you will get bogus stuff. But it is so addicting.
Tell him what it is.
It is self-reporting UFO sightings or strange phenomena. But there's a lot of...
It's like user reported.
User reported. A lot of videos, which then you could hear them talking. I don't know. I just find it very entertaining. I mean, a lot of it is bogus. I spend a lot of... Once you go through and like look at what you want to look at, then the next time, and it will tell you. So, Brianna downloaded it and she was like, I don't want to give him my direction. I was like, how are you going to know when something's near you? Like, just put your direction in there. Because once it's like established like a timeline, then it like notifies you if there's something like near you. And then it blinks on the map so you can like see new reports.
Oh, really?
Anyway, it's the dumbest, funniest thing. Anyway. So not promoting, but you got to have some fun. Jay Valente, off topic. I was this many years old when I found Vice Grip Garage. I really enjoy his videos. He's a hoot to watch.
Yeah, he's a classic for sure.
So then Matthew Altamere shared, I spent a lot of time at Payless growing up. You were telling your story. He left this comment, and it made me think. One of the kids sent it to me. I feel like it was Bryson, and it's a meme of like a kid in Payless, like trying on shoes, and like the mom going, run, and can you run faster in those shoes? I totally did that to my kids when they were little.
Oh my God.
Like try on shoes and then make them run so you would know if they fit good or not. Because you have to like feel their toes and make sure they're not going to fly out of them and that they fit. And I would always...
Oh, I mean, I remember
make
you
them
doing
run
that.
down the aisle.
Yeah. Walk, run, make sure that they work.
Anyway,
yeah.
He sent me this meme like it was childhood trauma from Payless. Like, whatever.
He wasn't getting no cheap shoes, though.
We didn't buy tennis shoes there, but I always bought dress shoes there because kids' feet grow too fast.
Oh, true.
Like, I don't care if they hurt your feet. You only have to wear them like an hour.
No. That boy, we spent so much money on shoes, but I didn't care because... Like you'd buy him a pair of LeBrons and he would
into basketball.
And he was very into basketball. So he would legit, even in his fastest growing, would play in the driveway and at the park enough to wear the shoes like slap out before they were grown out of. Like he would play those shoes to death, like for the purpose, and he wouldn't wear them anywhere else. Like those were his basketball shoes and he would wear them out. So it was worth it. And now he just like wears Crocs everywhere. So it doesn't matter.
No, he wears those tennis shoes that are like
have spray paint all over them. Cause
correct.
He spray paints cabinets for a living.
Yeah. His black shoes are kind of a charcoal
mess of lots of colors mixed together.
Dom D, my promise to myself to not buy any more pens for a while lasted a whole 2 days. LOL. I ended up ordering the Atlas exclusive Leonardo with a medium nib and the blacked out trim yesterday. And then
Did you
Atlas
use my
had
link?
50% off some last chance pins. So I ordered an Aurora Optima Araloid with a medium nib. Shaking my head. I need help.
Wow, an Aurora Optima, that's killer. So I got, is it this one? Because I got this one. This is the Jonathan Brooks Primary Manipulation 4.5 Leonardo Memento Zero with the black trim. And it is so sick. So sick. And then I also got the gold spot pins, exclusive Leonardo Memento Magico, which the difference is this is a piston filler, not a cartridge converter. And it's some sort of exclusive from them with like sparkly stuff, and I love it. And then a couple days later,
he said, yep, it's that one.
And a couple days later, I got my used 1978 to 1982-ish Mont Blanc 149 with an ebonite feed and a bicolor nib in fine-ish, medium-ish.
Definitely not fine.
In incredible shape. It's the most unbelievable pen. The nib is bonkers. Like it's, I mean, of course, I don't, if you go to montblanc.com right now and buy one, they're like $1,080. So I would never spend that for one, but to get a used one from Japan was worth it. It's, man, is it good. Whoa. It's so good.
Let's see. Jeffrey Egan said, I enjoyed watching Dan on Guns and Guitars review his Canic something Pro. What's the word?
SFX Meta Pro. I actually saw that video the other day because I was like, wait a minute, that's the gun I sold to Jeff.
He said he thought it was cool that I bought yours and used it for competitions. Yep.
Oh, you're using it? Oh, you're competing with it. That's super cool. That's a really fun gun to shoot. I'm glad you like that thing, man. I never talked to you about it afterwards, so I was hoping that you liked it.
Jose Daniel Zamora P sent a couple of comments. He said, I really enjoyed the desk setup videos. I bought a small UPS thingy for my router because I need constant internet for work.
Yeah, we have that. And man, it saves us. It has saved us many times, especially you.
Well, especially in the motorhome. That's why we got it initially.
Yeah.
Because apparently they can just cut power off without telling you.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said, I also liked the cold brew videos. I want one of those machines now.
We have a link to it in our description.
And then if Stathios wants to know, drink of the night.
I'm drinking some Jefferson's Reserve bourbon right now. That's what I've got.
I have apple cinnamon tea with salted caramel whiskey.
Yum. And I've just got some LaCroix water over here too.
Let's see. Kyle Ketchamonia. Hey, Dylan, what's the best concert you've ever been to? Mine is Bob Dylan. Phenomenal. Then the worst concert I've ever been to was Bob Dylan 2 months later at another concert. That's a great comment.
That's easy. Dave Matthews Band with Zach Brown opening at Alpine Amphitheater where Stevie Ray died in Wisconsin.
Cool. Dom D said, I love my 149. I think mine is around that same year range too.
Yeah, I did a lot of searching because, like, for example, I wanted one that said West Germany on it because if y'all follow the channel, those of you that follow the channel know that I really like Cold War stuff. Well, obviously this is a Cold War pen, but it would be cooler if it said West Germany on it. The problem is they only said West Germany in the mid to late 80s, but they had a plastic feed by then. They did not have an ebonite feed. So I wanted an ebonite feed Oh, and they had a single color gold nib. I wanted a bicolor nib. I wanted an ebonite feed. That was more important to me than anything. So I had to search for a certain year range to get that.
Phil Grochel said, so what y'all are saying is a Sharpie gel pen is not the best pen out there. Just kidding.
I mean,
Sharpie
a
pens
Sharpie
are
gel
good.
pen is very good.
I have some on my desk.
Hey, you're not using a ballpoint, so we're going to give you points for that.
Let's see. Evstathia says, I think my UPS has been the single best investment I've ever made for my home office.
It's weird because it's like, it's that thing that you don't want to ever use, but man, when it's there, it's there.
It's Victoria G said, for me, it's Maker's Mark with pineapple juice.
Ugh.
You ever had whiskey with pineapple juice?
No, but now I'm going to have to try it because it sounds gross, but I have to try it. Yeah. I just watched, I was watching that Throttle House video last night, and they're doing the tour across Toronto and eating weird food. And they went to the fair.
Oh, I heard you hollering out stuff. That sounded so gross.
Yeah, like deep fried Oreos or
pickled or something.
Pickled.
Yeah. Well, first of all, deep fried Oreos are not good.
Chicken fingers.
Well, you're not going to eat that.
With Frosted Flakes breaded on the outside.
It was Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity
I
Pebbles.
heard you say that.
Fruity Pebbles
like, that is
breaded on the outside of chicken fingers.
Mm-mm.
And
That
I'm
sounds
like,
disgusting.
and they're like, this is so good. And I'm like, it sounds weird. But I mean, you would not have a booth at a fair making $1 bajillion if somebody didn't like it.
I guess.
If people didn't like it.
I mean, fair food is its own thing. Like,
yeah, I'm not saying you add it to your every time I have chicken fingers, I'm going to have this, but.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it might be something that you eat one and go, wow, this is really good. And by the third one, you're like, okay, I'm kind of over it, but I don't know.
But if you only have it like once a year when the fair comes, I don't know how many times people have to go to the fair to eat all the fair food they want to eat because it's not good for you. You good?
Yes. Vinny just texted me.
Gotcha.
From Hong Kong.
Let's see. Matthew Altamere, are you going to do a New Year's Eve live stream this year? I don't even know what day of the week that is. It's a Tuesday.
It's
right?
a Tuesday, so maybe. Yeah, we might.
Jeffrey Egan said, I do enjoy it for competitions. Great trigger and stock sights are pretty good. I just joined USPSA, so next year my scores will count.
Oh, very cool. I'm going to try doing Steel Challenge or IDPA. I've been thinking about it.
Dog Dr. Tim said, OMG, I bought some Jefferson's Oceans for the Christmas holidays. It is amazing, aged at sea. Yeah, so there's different voyages. So it's...
Yeah. So
I love that that's such a marketable thing. Like, you know, because sometimes you try something, you're like, yeah, I've had that. You might
and
try
they
it
are
again,
different.
you might not. And then, but if you, like, you're like, look, like, are we on the next voyage yet? Like, I don't know what number
and
we're
typically I buy that, but this is just the Jefferson's Reserve. But I typically do buy the Jefferson's Ocean. It's very good.
Doc Stilton said deep fried Mars bars are amazing. I don't even think we have Mars bars here anymore. Do we have Mars bars?
Mm-mm.
I mean, I
haven't
don't
heard
really
of them in a long
look
time.
at candy aisles either.
To be fair, if it's a chocolate bar, we're not really looking.
Evstathio says, on the whiskey and pineapple idea, I never understood amaretto with lemon until I tried it, and it works. Maybe whiskey and pineapple ends up being your next favorite thing. I actually saw, you know, Dr. Pepper is its own animal for folks. I saw the other day people were drinking warm Dr. Pepper with lemon and saying it was amazing. I was like, yeah, I'm definitely not trying that. Jeffrey Egan said he does Steel Challenge. It's a lot of fun.
I just asked Brianna if she'd ever heard anybody at her bar had ever ordered it. She's working right now at the bar, so I'm going to ask her if anybody's ever ordered
Jeffrey
that.
Egan, I think everything is better deep fried. Most things are.
Most things are, yeah.
Not Oreos.
I don't know that I've ever had it.
They're not good. I tried them because I thought if you make Oreos better, like...
yeah.
But Oreos are one of those things, like the mini Oreos. I saw you eating some the other day. Mini Oreos don't taste like regular Oreos either. And deep fried Oreos weren't good.
That was just because Brianna got a bunch of candy from work, so she gave me some.
I will say baby Skittles are better than regular Skittles. I don't know why.
Baby Starbursts are not.
I agree.
The texture is totally different.
I agree.
And it doesn't work.
I agree. But I like the baby Skittles.
And there was also watermelon in there. And I'm like, I do not like the watermelon.
Waller. Let's see.
I don't like watermelon flavored anything.
Doc Stilton has said, I'm drinking El Dorado 12-year-old rum tonight.
Wow.
We need to drink that rum we have and never buy rum again.
That is a very contradictory statement.
Well, we can't let it go to waste. We need to make it for the people we know that like girly drinks.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Maybe we should just have that person over and like, here, drink the rest of this.
Not at one time. I think there's a lot left.
There might be.
All right. I'm all caught up.
Yeah, cool.
What's up? It's 9:30 already though.
Is it really?
What happened?
Wow. It went fast tonight.
Yeah.
It went fast tonight.
It's Victoria G said, baby Starbursts are gross. I'm a candy connoisseur and I agree. They're just wrong.
It wasn't even baby Starbursts. It was the little, they're like little triangle bites that come in a bag.
They were mini Starbursts.
Oh, were they?
They were. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because
they're like chalky. It's almost like you're eating Tums or something.
I don't think that, but they don't taste the same.
Yeah, I don't like them. I didn't like them. Brianna gave me a bag of those too. She got over the last couple weeks, of course, people have been bringing a bunch of stuff into her work, right? Because she's a bartender, everybody loves her, and so over the last couple weeks, people have been bringing her stuff. And
yeah, she's like, I think people, they don't know her personally, right?
Right.
And she's like, I think I ate candy like one time. And apparently everybody thinks I eat candy all the time. And they all brought her candy.
So she comes home from work and I go out to her car and she's got like 3 big shopping bags full of candy. So like funny. All this various candy.
Yeah.
I got a very emphatic no. Nobody has ever tried it.
Oh, no pineapple juice and whiskey at her bar?
Wait, so what is it? So it's Maker's Mark
and pineapple juice.
I'm gonna see if we can get somebody to try it real quick.
I mean, it's Victoria G says it's good. You just have to try it. You can't,
I guess so.
You can't vicariously do it through somebody. That's weird. Dom D said, I just drank 25 days in a row because of the Scotch Advent calendar. I'm just drinking water today.
Oh, wow. Wait, there's a Scotch Advent calendar?
We've already talked about this.
I think maybe we did, yeah.
Yeah, I know we did. Dastardly Dave said, now I got to see if there's any candy in my house here. Yeah, I get that. I have cookies.
You do?
I also bought ice cream.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
That's good to know.
I did not.
Tell me on purpose?
No, I was wondering like what the poor kid thought when he delivered my order today. Because I had to buy I needed to place an order because we needed toilet paper and paper towels. And then I also got ice cream and cookies. It's just
paper towels, ice cream, and cookies.
And toilet paper.
And toilet paper. Makes sense.
Yeah, it just was. I was like, I wonder what people think when they deliver these orders. I'm probably the only person that thinks
a lot of stuff
it,
in our house needs to get wiped up, which is not a lie.
Yeah.
Puppies are a lot of work.
Dom D said Master of Malt, I think, is the website I bought my Scotch calendar from.
I am going
to. Oh, it's Victoria G said Maker's Mark, pineapple juice, and top it with a splash of ginger ale if you have it. So she got a little sparkle in there.
Brianna's like, ew, Maker's Mark. She doesn't like Maker's Mark. I don't either. I had a bad experience one time with Maker's Mark.
Tom F says, dang it, now I want rum and something.
Well, if you were here, I would make you a rum and something because I have like this much rum left in a bottle.
Is that it?
Yeah, it's not that much.
Oh, well, maybe we drank more than I thought.
We didn't but I've been trying to push it on people. Like, we have some rum left.
F. Stavio said,
We're just not rum
Leslie,
people.
that is a very legit Costco trip. Yeah.
Oh, it's always something random.
We are random shop.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
A pallet of ramen, Rice Krispie treats, and tortillas. And or whatever, like some crazy.
People don't know what I'm getting from Amazon. They don't know what's in the box, so I don't care about that.
True.
But when I get stuff delivered, I always they have to go shopping for that. Like, are they like, what the heck?
I know.
Are
I
these
think about
people
that too. Like
doing?
when I use Instacart to bring stuff from like Home Depot, and it's like, or my favorite thing is, and those of you that order stuff like this, if you have ever ordered anything from McMaster Car, so you'll order like, and it could be expensive, like some stainless steel bolts or something, right? So you'll order like quantity 200, like what's a good example? The screws that we use for putting Telecaster bridges into guitars. Like, so if you order a set of Telecaster pickups from us, you'll get the 3 screws that come with it. I get those, they're stainless ones, and I get them from McMaster Car. So I'll get like a box of 400 of those at a time. And it's like $80. They're not cheap. But it's only this big. So you order from McMaster Car, it comes the next day, and it's a box this big. Like the big brown UPS truck
heavy.
comes, and it's heavy, and it's like this big. Or
Magnets.
when we order magnets, and they come from China, and it's like, not only is it $2,000 worth of magnets, it's a box this big, and it weighs like 38 pounds.
Yeah.
It's like super
It's so deceiving.
Yeah.
You're like,
it's like this little box about like this big, and it's like 38 pounds worth of magnets, $2,000. And you're like, oh my God.
Tom F says Rice Krispie Treats coffee is good. Just saying. It's called Web Slinger from Bones Coffee. That does sound delicious.
It does. You know, the other thing we need to re-up on our supplies is popcorn supplies. I have to say, somebody bought us. Was it Sarge 978? I think Sarge 978 bought us. He's one of you in the comments. He might not be here tonight, but he bought us one of those Whirly Pops, and it completely revolutionized our popcorn game forever. And we have blown through almost our initial complete supply of the popcorn oil and the stuff that we got with that shipment, because we eat so much popcorn now. It's so good. I had no idea that was
It even
a
has
thing.
Spider-Man on it because it's called Web Slinger.
Interesting.
And it's on sale right now because it's leaving soon.
Well, maybe we should try some. I'm all about it.
I've never even heard of this coffee company, so now I'm excited.
Where is it? Like, is it direct or is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I don't know where they're at.
No, but I mean, it's direct. It's not like Amazon or.
Yeah, I'm on their website. I didn't go anywhere else. I just Googled whatever he wrote.
Yeah.
And it came up.
We gotta feed snakes tonight, which means I've got to get mices out of the freezer and thaw them. So I'll be up late because it is snake feeding day.
Tom F said it's great as cold brew. I could imagine that. Vanilla and marshmallow.
Now that's interesting, Tom F. I have never tried making flavored cold brew before.
Mm-hmm.
That's a thing. Well, maybe we will put that in your the back of your mind, that because we do need to buy coffee. Actually, we're almost out. So maybe I will run tomorrow because we have to run to the place to get the coffee. I don't.
Mm-hmm. They won't
deliver beans. So we have COVID. If COVID taught us anything, it taught us that we really like Instacart. We rarely go to the grocery store anymore. But there are certain things that they won't deliver. And then one of the things they won't deliver is whole beans. They'll only deliver ground coffee.
Because we like bulk. They won't do any bulk bin things for you.
Oh,
I think
that's
it's a
what
safety
it is.
thing.
So if there's beans in a bag, they'll grab the bag, but they won't do
Correct.
the bulk.
Correct.
Which is fine. I don't want them touching my. That makes sense. Yeah. But I'll go to Sprouts tomorrow because we usually, if I just need run of the mill, I need to grab coffee, I'll go to Sprouts and we'll just get them.
Okay, so it's weird. Like I just looked at like their limited edition coffees. And we've been talking about pineapple forever. And the first thing that comes up is like this SpongeBob coffee. And it's like pineapple, vanilla, and brown sugar flavor. These are cool. I'll have to try these. They have Star Wars coffee.
Cool.
They all have fun flavors. I mean, I don't think this is I mean, I guess I'm looking at limited edition. Do they have like normal coffee? Do they have normal coffee?
I would be totally
it might be all flavored.
I would be totally down with a subscription coffee thing again, but it got really expensive. We were using Black Rifle for a while. I really there's a couple of Black Rifle roasts that I really like. But man, it ended up costing me like $17 a pound. And I'm like, we drink way too much coffee for this to.
We don't drink as much as we were drinking then, though.
No, we don't. No, that is true. That is true. I did buy a Black Friday thing. I did buy a French press.
Oh, they do have some regular coffee. Like, the Ethiopian, Costa Rica, Sumatra, like Guatemalan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, you can get a 5-bag sample pack of the normal coffee.
Well, we'll have to try it. Yeah, I'm always down for
4 ounces. It's not a lot of coffee, though.
No. I'm always down for trying different coffee. That's fun.
Thanks for
thanks for turning us on to that.
Yeah, Black Rifle's Just Black is good.
It is good. That's where we have that right now.
Yeah, we have that right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's my fallback when I can't go get coffee.
Yep.
Because I can order those beans from the store. Tim Truetone said, Bones coffee is good. I used to drink them all the time before inflation hit. Get their S'more Time, Electric Unicorn, and Cookies and Dreams.
Good to know.
Just fun names.
Yeah, man.
Dog Dr. Tim said, have you tried Amish blue popcorn? No, we've not ventured into different corns.
I would be interested.
We have not done that.
Blue food is weird.
I like blue corn chips, so isn't that blue corn?
It is blue corn. But if you think about it, how much natural blue corn is there? Not blue corn. Food that is blue. Blueberries. Blue corn. What else?
Anything with that. I mean, it's all the same family of colors, like red grapes. It's all the same properties.
Okay. I see what you're saying. So you could stretch that over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever the word
so.
I can't think of for health benefits, it's all the same across like blue and purples and those foods.
Interesting.
So it is very naturally occurring.
Eggplants.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I didn't think about that correctly.
Dog Dr. Tim said, love my French press, which reminds me, you just got a new French press.
Mm-hmm.
I got a tea. Oh, where did you put that? Oh, I put it up.
I don't know where you put it.
I got a tea infuser. So I need to buy, anybody have any recommendations for loose leaf tea while we're here? Because the company I was using for that was also very expensive and not sustainable. So I don't know. Amazon,
where you were getting coffee from?
No, where I was getting loose leaf tea from.
Oh.
So
I'm telling Vinny that he's going to want this thing that is coming out next month.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, wait, did they release what it is yet? And I was like, nope, but you're going to want it.
Doc Silton and said antioxidants. Yes, antioxidant, but that's not the word I was trying to think of. But thanks for making me feel dumb. All right. David's tea seems to have most of the market share for loose leaf tea, I guess. I've never even heard of it, so maybe that's a Canadian thing. Yeah, Amazon had a bunch of stuff, and I was like, I don't know that I want to order tea that I want to be fresh from Amazon.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say is,
yeah.
I feel like we've probably looked at Amazon, but I don't know why you would want that. That comes from a warehouse. You would want
I want
some hippie
fresher.
chick to stick it in a bag and send it to you tomorrow. Yeah.
And now that I say that, I'll have tons of Instagram ads when I get off the computer, so it'll probably be fine.
Yep.
It's Victoria G said, my favorite loose leaf tea company, Argo Tea, sold out right before the pandemic hit. Good for them, but I miss my tea. Yeah.
And usually when we're in a town or something, like traveling, especially when we're traveling, we'll go into some town and we'll be like, oh, this place sells a bunch of local loose leaf, they'll do it and we'll get a bunch.
Yeah.
But we haven't done that in so long.
The tea and spice place, like that's at Disney and is actually a popular store. I love to buy their tea and spices.
Mm-hmm. But we just haven't been anywhere in a while to replenish your stock of that.
Yeah.
So I bought a French press and I bought a tea infusing kettle thing, whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called. Anyway,
it's a little teapot
from Espresso Parts is where I got that from, which is where I got my.
Dom D says Harney.
I got my espresso machine from Espresso Parts. And I actually might have gotten my no, I got my espresso machine from there. And I actually might have got a grinder from there too. Because I have 3 different coffee grinders.
EHFYOOFU says, what is y'all's Amazon store name? I tried looking for it. It should be in the comments, right?
Yeah, it should be. It's Dylan and Leslie. Yeah. It's Amazon.com/Dylan and Leslie. That's what it should be. Well, I guess I'm going to go thaw out some mice.
Sounds fun.
Yep.
First tea I see on Harney and Sons, hot cinnamon spice. Yes, please.
You're in.
Yeah, does the Republic of Tea do loose leaf teas? I don't know if they do, but they don't where I could buy it here. It's always in little like sachets. Yeah. Gotcha. It's Victoria G says Blackbird Tea and Tales. Sounds like I should read a book while I drink my tea.
Brianna's going to make that for somebody and see if it's good.
All right.
I told her makers, but she's going to try some other whiskey with pineapple juice and a splash of ginger ale on top.
Yeah. Pulling up these things so that it's
on your history or your got a window.
In a window open so I can find it later because I will.
Awesome.
Not.
This is why we love y'all. Go shopping after we get off here.
Set my
microwave mice to thaw. No, you cannot. No. The reason you don't is because it will completely ruin. Well, it cooks them sort of, but it will completely ruin any kind of.
Oh, Blackbird Tea and Tail is on Etsy, so that is some hippie chick making some tea.
Well, there apparently. You go. It'll completely ruin the nutritional value for the snake if you do that. So typically what I do is I'll take 3 mice, I'll put it in 3 different Ziploc bags, like smaller Ziploc bags, and I have a bowl. I'll put a bowl full of hot water on the counter, and it doesn't actually take that long for them to thaw out. And then right before I put them into the habitat, although he looks like he's hungry, he's like crawling all over the glass and going crazy. Right before I put them into the habitat, I will run really hot water on their head, because the snakes, pythons have those little holes all along the side of their head, and those are like heat sensors. And so if you heat the head of the snake, the head of the mouse up to about, I don't know, like 105 degrees or so, something like that, and then you put it in there by their tail, they'll see the head by the heat of the head, and then they will strike. I have one snake that's dumb that tries to eat the mouse ass first, always, and then has to like figure it out and like go around to the other side. But that's the idea, is to heat up the head so that they strike at that. They strike with the mouth. They'll strike with the mouth on the head and then wrap around the rest of the body, pulling it in. Yep.
So I was looking at this site that is Victoria G shared, and I was like, oh, they have Tea of the Month Club, and they have like what's coming in January, so you could subscribe and do this Tea of the Month Club. And I was like, oh, I'm totally in. They have like Royal Rose, Courageous Ginger Chai, Elderberry Lemon Balm, then the last one, Release. I was like, Release? It says an herbal potion that brings emotions to the surface so you can let go and move forward.
Wait, basically it's a tea that makes you cry?
I guess.
I was really I was like, somebody was asked like, what gift would you want? And I'm like, a TAC pack subscription, or I was doing some research on all the EDC like monthly mystery boxes, you know, because not to go back onto work stuff, but guitar stuff, but we're working on a mystery box that we want to start doing. So I've been looking at all these different mystery boxes and how they're marketed, how they're you know, how they're structured, like what the percentages, like you're looking at gross profit on each of the products and the discounts and all that stuff. And so I was looking at all that, and it's a complicated thing to do. The business model for that is actually it's sussed out by the people that do it, but it's to just add it on to what we already do. It's actually a thing. There's a lot of thought that goes into it. So I'm trying to do it right and do it where people really want to do it. So, because I haven't really seen a good gear one. I mean, I've seen them in the past, and I've even done them, but it's been like, oh yay, a guitar pick and a stupid thing from China in a box, and you're like, I don't want any of this crap. You know, like I want something. If I you know, I want it, I want it. Remember I used to do I did the Watch of the Month Club for a while. You know, these things aren't cheap. They're like $150 a month. But then the watches were like, a couple of them were really cool. And then they started to get like, okay, you can kind of tell that they're getting them all from the same place, only different branding. And you're like, this just isn't legit, you know? So I quit doing it. So I don't want to do that. I want it to be like real stuff. So we'll see. But what you're talking about with the coffee thing made me think of that, because I love that monthly stuff because I like to discover stuff. But it just doesn't always feel like it's a good deal. I would love a coffee one, you know, but I keep looking at them and it's like they end up being like, I would still have to buy coffee. I would have to spend $50 a month on coffee, and then I would still have to buy another couple pounds, or another pound, you know, at $15, $17 a pound to make it through the month.
I mean, I don't know how much we spend on coffee now, but we better have coffee every day. That's my rule.
So I think we spend. So I would say if we do nothing but buy at Sprouts, we go through about 4 pounds a month. That's probably $50.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Yeah.
It's probably $50.
The price that we're paying there is the same price you see online, really.
Well, maybe I should just sign us up for Black Rifle again, because that's pretty.
Try something new.
Or something new.
Or sign up for a couple of them. I don't know.
Yeah. Sounds like a video idea. I thought about that too. Like on the Off Topic channel, signing up for like 3 of the EDC boxes. Because you can sign up for like one time and try it. It would be expensive. But the idea would be to see if you get good stuff.
I think coffee would be smarter.
Coffee would be cheaper.
I mean, that's subjective though, so I don't know how you do that. I get like gear is probably better, so I don't know.
Yeah,
They have
because
a
you
pen
could
of the month club or like a paper of the month
I
club.
wish there was a pen of the month club. That would be so stinking cool.
No, it wouldn't.
I would totally do it.
Wait, what did you get the other? You didn't get some kind of mystery something?
I got a mystery box from Goldspot.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How often do they do theirs?
Quarterly.
Oh,
And they're the
that's where the
people that
idea-
gave me the
yeah,
idea
yeah.
to do a
Yeah.
quarterly guitar
it's
related
all
one.
coming back to me now.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And theirs was like, I want to say theirs varies based on what's going to come in the box, but the mystery box that I got from Goldspot was $89. And the pen that I got was an $80 pen. So then by the time you looked at all the other stuff that came in the box, you're like, okay, it basically makes sense. The ink cartridges and the paper and all the other stuff that came in the box was free, and you basically just paid for the pen, which makes sense. I think what they're doing, what I think I figured out is if you have one big product in a mystery box and you basically break even on that product and then with all the other stuff. So if you have a product that's $100, just a little inside baseball here, but I think this is how this works. If you have a product that's $100 and the markup on it's 40% typically for any product in any retail situation, right? So then you can give away the cost of $40 of other stuff. So then that one thing pays for all the other stuff. And that's how it kind of susses out so that you're not like losing your butt on the entire thing.
Where did you hear susses out recently? Because you've used it like a bunch of times tonight.
Probably Matt uses it. Anyways, that's what I think is happening. So I'm going to figure out a way to do it. So it's cool.
Cool. I'm tired. Now it's almost 10.
Yep. We went long tonight. Thanks, y'all. This has been super fun. I guess we will see you later.
Oh, wait. It says new comments and it didn't scroll. Oh, gosh. Okay. I didn't really miss anything.
Okay. Are we good?
Yep.
Cool. All right. We'll see
Bye
y'all
now.
later. Thank you.